Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII. I'm the Mysterious JG. I'm getting ahead on this game, but it's not one that matters because it's not one where I have a lot of steering going on, people trying to suggest what to do like they might in an RTS, but I'm having fun with this game. I got a little frustrated at trying and failing to manage time so that we beat Snow and the Yuznan quest on day 3. But that was more like just the kind of thing that probably wouldn't have bothered me as much if I wasn't Let's Playing, if I was just playing the game regular, which, crazy as it sounds, I used to actually play games and not record them for the internet. Um, but it's just a marriage occurred. But no, this game I'm having a lot of fun with, and I remember having enjoyed this playing casually more than the other Final Fantasy XIII games. There's like a different vibe to just playing as Lightning and having some free roam. Quiet of the night. The night belongs to the monsters. Once the sun sets, the chaos roils, and monsters spill forth to menace mankind, but not in the Dead Dunes. Here, night brings a sort of peace, for in this place of death, the monsters rest when the sun does. Such nights remind me of more peaceful times, of being wrapped in my mother's warm embrace. After my parents died, I tried to purge those memories so I could be strong for Sarah. I wanted to be like her mother, but to her I must have seemed more like a jailer. Well, that's not where I expected this to go. Why don't you bite me?
See what they know.
I thought this place had fewer buskers than the rest of the game, but apparently not. We do, in fact, want to find the bandits' headquarters. That is true. And apparently it's up there. So if we're going to follow the story, that's where we want to go. And that does seem like the thing to do, probably.
Have information about the ruins and Gladys. This is just a guess, but I would imagine that most of the people living here in the desert are bandits in search of treasure. After all, why would anyone choose to live in a place like this without a good and a lucrative reason?
Is it a guess or what we've actually been told at this point? We got the Temple Ruins North Gate and some dude that we can't talk to, even though it seems like we could. Well, I mean, if we can hop down into one of these places and see what they're about. It's not what Hope wants us to do for the story, but... I wonder what we can actually do with this place. No enemies so far, but I would assume enemies are here somewhere.
The sun is setting over the desert. This desert used to be far greater than what it is now. But the chaos
Desert
keeps
sucks
spreading
now.
further every day. It is swallowing up the land and everything that lives on it. The amount of land that humans can live on.
With this sword, I fight for hope.
With this sword, I thee wed. Oh, belch. Oh, but hold on.
Evil has a price.
Oh, I'm messing up big time here, aren't I really am messing up a lot. Let's finish this thing off, then get down to one goblin being left, and then try to get some of this back.
I will fight evil.
Okay, so this might be boring, but I'm gonna get my health back. No, I'm not. I'm out of stuff. There we go. Now I'll get my health back with Metagard.
Time Time to cut them down.
I tried to defend, and I tried to like perfect defend and timed it wrong.
You think you can be forgiven?
You think you can beat me, little goblin guy? Well, you can't. Just getting ahead of that.
I'll bring back lost time. Keep up if you can.
This technique of using... I mean, if I had Metagard in 2 different places, it would be better. But you really wouldn't want to do that against bosses, you know? But this is probably good enough. Ooh, we got a crystal. So, beating them quickly is not required for getting crystals. That much is certain. Blizzard level 1. Goblot Hairball. I wonder if we learned special Goblot secret techniques or... you know, how to stagger them. Somebody in the comments let me know, and this makes sense now that I think about it, that although they don't talk about it as much and it's not as apparent, the Ravager Commando stagger thing still exists to an extent in this game, in that magic style attacks tend to be what builds the stagger meter, and commando style physical attacks tend to be something that slows the meter down. But the stagger meters are not as apparent. You know, you can't quite tell what's going on with them as well as you could in the past games, and enemies have different weird stagger rules, which make it. But it has been suggested that that mechanic still does exist, and that probably makes sense. Who is talking to me on the... Oh. Aww, Bronco has started asking his mommy to help him get ready for bed, which used to be Bobo's job. And this is leading to stress for Bean, who doesn't particularly want to get dragged into that, because if you have kids, you'll know that's like an 8-hour freaking proposition. Aw. Anyway, let me mute that conversation so I don't get pulled into any more of that discussion. Any chance that I've got another Metagard and didn't realize it? No, I still just got the one, which is unfortunate. Might have to go to Yuznan at some point, and or find some more of those healer...
That's why the people of the desert are said to fear the sunset.
Uh-huh.
Next time the sun rises, the dunes and ruins they knew so well may have disappeared into the chaos.
Oh.
And so tomorrow becomes a thing to fear.
To fear tomorrow. And I
Pretty
thought
cool.
that a new dawn was supposed to be a time of hope.
This door's locked from the other side. Oh, I'm suddenly
This
playing
door
Neo.
seems to be locked from the inside. We're not getting in this way, that's for sure. Looks like the search is still on.
Suddenly I'm
Perhaps you'll
playing
be able to open this door
Neo
from
too.
the inside once you find your way into the ruins.
Okay. You'll be doing it then, not me. Okay. Wait, did an enemy just drop down? Oh yeah, more enemies are here. Damn it, I was kind of
Feel
hoping
like
to...
dying. Evil has a price. I'll bring back lost time.
Wow, this is going really poorly.
Keep the enemy on its toes.
Thanks to poison in no small part, but can I just get rid of one of you? Thank you. Yeah, that went terribly. Okay.
I'll take you to the unseen void.
Unleash physical and magical attacks. Magic attack is... Effect is graded with wind attribute attacks. Okay. It's resistant to lightning. Don't know how it feels right now about fire. Okay. So you're doing Metagard. At some point I need to go back to Usenan and report on the nectar that I used, but oh, it died. Okay, that's too bad. I was trying to Metagel. Or I keep saying Metagel. I mean, of course, Metagard. Alright, well, I saw them coming. I decided to drop down and fight them, and maybe it wasn't a great idea. If I can find a guy who sells potions, I will take advantage of them. And in the meantime, I probably want to throw down a save. So that if I just do something really stupid and get myself killed, I can be like, I don't feel like taking the hit to game time used, etc. I think it's a fun game with the free roam and all, but I have a tendency to let the game stress me out about the fact that there's a time limit. And by stress me out, I don't mean like I wake up screaming in the nights that I had suboptimal Lightning Return gameplay, but I do feel like, fuck, I'm gonna load because I wasted time, etc. But part of that also is that I'm Let's Playing. Like, if I knew for a fact that, and you can plan your playthrough this way, like, I'm going to get to a certain stage and let the world ending take place and then restart and play through again in there's a kind of modified New Game Plus where you start the game over without having won the main story, but you still keep your stats. You can redo all of the main story quests and you get lesser rewards. And if you kind of have it in mind, that's how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do it that way from jump, and I know that going in. Then it really becomes unimportant to be efficient in your use of time. But if you're trying to win the story on a first play, you kind of need to be a little smart about it. Well, we just saved. I can try fighting these guys. And I did poor again. So I got very confused there. I thought I had them all. I thought I had one of them at least stunned. Apparently I didn't. Oh, and I'm poisoned again, even though I thought I'd avoided that. I guess I was wrong.
Such is fate.
No. Belch, I guess, gives you poison, and it appears to do no damage at all as long as you're defending.
Switch it up.
It doesn't look like perfect defense is really required, but... No, never mind. I got poisoned again. Unleash physical and magical attacks during the first stagger. The effect is greater with wind attributes. So you can get into that second, even higher status, or a higher stagger, which I have done before. Yeah, it's in super stagger now, so I just want to let this fully charge up this here to get as much Metagard as possible. Something to make me resistant to poison would be wise against these guys. It looks like I want to consider wind against these guys.
Keep up if you can.
The Goblots are kind of like super... See, that's poison again. So let's just finish this, because he's poisoning.
Better get ready for the next fight.
Better stop leaking green bubbles out of my head. Okay, well there's some kind of giant statue. Ruffian, Grave of Colossi, Giant Sandbox, Dry Floodlands. And, game wants me to make my way up here, because this is the town of these guys. And I think that's where we want to go too. That'll get us some quests. If we find these red cactuars along the way, we want to hit them. Obviously. Just whack them right in the face. Near God's Wrath. Got its own funky Middle Eastern music. Path of Settlement is closed due to the sandstorm. Senior Advisor Adrian Adonis. Adorable Adrian Adonis. Oh, never mind. I want to cut over this way. These are my awesome sand sliding techniques. I just got done saying that I should get some wind power going in the... I could do Aurora, but Arrow is probably just going to be more effective. Well, better stagger power. No, let's go for Aurora. Spark Strike is still pretty damn good, actually. I honestly wish Heavy Slash takes so much ATB, but I really wish we had a couple more just regular attacks to work with that we could level up. Punt can be fun, but it's not exactly amazing. Firestorm, Fire and Wind. And now watch this thing be completely unaffected by all of this. I'll throw down a save here too. Won't get a new slot going, I'll just throw down a save.
Light, you've got to draw back. There's no sense in trying to push through this sandstorm.
What? There was a monster. Monument is clearly linked to the sandstorm, but how? Well, that's where the game kind of told me to go, up here. There's another way to get there that's sort of a wider or longer path, but it can be navigated. There was a Sahagin enemy that I think was just a random encounter that was dissolved by the presence of plot elements.
The way was completely blocked by that sandstorm. You should be able to get through once the winds die down a bit.
And that's going to happen because of plot or... Oh, Gale Strike. That's what we're looking for. That's exactly what I was looking for. Honestly, I was like, let me get rid of Spark Strike. Do I have anything to do wind damage? We didn't, but now we do. Was this where I... Yeah, I've already been to that zone. There we go.
Come and get it.
Wait, now there's like funky music like we're fighting a super boss or something. Unleash physical, magical... Okay, these guys don't like wind at all.
Unfurl the wings of death. The goddess makes me powerful. Time to cut them down. I will fight evil. I'll bring back lost time. I'll take you to the unseen. Time to cut them down.
Yeah, they're playing like super music. I guess this matters for plot purposes. So I suppose there. Deprotect level 1, which... Okay. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I thought maybe when it played super music and it dropped a star the first time I thought it, or a crystal, I thought maybe it was like plot required crystal, but no, Deprotect's just kind of a regular old thing. Alright. I'm not sure what this is, but it looks like it might be something. There's a Mott Star.
Come and get it. Keep the enemy on its toes. You can't read me.
You can't touch me.
The goddess makes me powerful. I'll take you to the unseen void. I will fight evil.
And you. Yeah, she's got a very saucy pose in this third game, as opposed to using the poses associated with the first and second games. I think there was a real effort to make Lightning a kind of respectable, cool female figure, and not necessarily just hot. That might have edged away in the first game. They might have edged away a bit here, where it's like, let's, like, not necessarily unappealing to girls to have a dress-up aspect where she's got different costumes, but yeah, they went more with like making her sexy in this game.
Oh, which way should I go now?
Which way should I go? Oh.
There are no roads in the desert.
Uh-huh.
It's all up to you to find the way.
There's some douchebag in a cowboy hat.
Desert looking for a lost treasure, and you can't help me.
Oh yeah.
Can't be helped. I've hit a wall. The lack of information on that clavis is almost unnatural.
It's preternatural.
I've come out here to sell Tobias's wares.
Who's Tobias?
You do know of Tobias's store, don't you?
No.
If you're looking for the greatest merchant in the desert, that would be my master Tobias.
Your master?
Not that there are many rivaling businesses.
The
out
master
there to
doesn't
challenge
like
him, of course.
other businesses. Well, here you go. Wasn't it just after saying if I found somebody who would sell potions, I would probably go ahead and buy some. Ah. Ah.
I don't know if the information has just been lost in time, or if someone...
What'll you have?
What are you buying?
Give me any time.
You can keep talking, their Hope. That's his name. It's like I didn't mean to try to get Hope to stop. I just oh, whatever. Hope can't decide if information was lost over time or what's going on, and I'm like, not that interested. Let's see what's going on over here. Doesn't look like there's much going on over here, but I thought I would check. There's an enemy, Sahagin. Seen Sahagin. Anything funky going on with this? It's just a bit of scenery.
I'll take you to the unseen void. I'll bring back lost time.
Oops. Game really slows down a lot for that one too.
Unfurl the wings of death. Keep the enemy on its toes. Time to repent. Time for a counterattack.
Well, he got fired up and then he got killed. We got a dried scale. So not getting that much out of these battles in the moment. But we're getting to enjoy the cool background desert music. Apparently we can walk on shallow water, but not very far. Here's a guy.
Have you heard about the thing they say appears in these
Have you heard about the Lonesome Loser?
You know what I mean. The legend, of course. They say you hear it first. A creepy rattling and cracking.
Uh-huh. Okay, well there's the mystery-loving bandit. And a place that we can probably only enter from the other side, but maybe we'll get some story
The
here.
entrance to these ruins is guarded by the bandit gang Monoculus. If you want in,
Monoculus?
permission of our boss.
Our boss. Could we not just murder you? Would that not work? Alright, so we're visiting places out of order, which is being inefficient, but unfortunately we don't have Mako physics to climb up these walls. So we're gonna have to oh, see, I remember you guys. Fighting you had rewards in previous games, and this one it's hard to say what difference it will make. They were the classic, you must stagger them or you ain't doing shit enemies.
Keep up if you can. Time for action.
It's weak against fire and wind. This is probably when it's in this state. Unleash physical and magic attacks, effects greater when the enemy is affected by a debilitating status element. Okay. So what I'm already doing as far as using D-Protect and D-Shell is the way to go against this guy. Of course it's going to regenerate its carapace. Oh, it's in Metagard now. I don't like that.
The goddess makes me powerful. The goddess makes me powerful. Do you think you can be forgiven?
So are you saying I have to constantly use status or you're not going to be affected by anything, huh?
Time for action. I will fight evil. Don't
Yeah, Strick's getting all his stuff back.
Don't even try.
So I don't know the right way to defeat this guy.
Let's switch it up.
I mean, we want to get D-Shell and D-Protect applied.
Time to cut them down.
There we go.
Time for action. Unfurl the wings of death.
So it becomes capable of being hit by Curse once you've knocked its shell off, and before that it ain't gonna happen.
Time for a counterattack. Keep up if you can. You think you can be forgiven?
Okay, just really don't want it to regenerate its carapace now. And what did it do? It regenerated its carapace.
Time for action. I'll take you to the unseen void. Let's switch it up.
And I'm trying to alternate between magic and stuff that will build the meter, like we talked about. Like magic will build the meter, and then
The goddess makes me powerful.
there we go.
Time for a counterattack.
I do need something that does more damage than this. Gale Strike is the only thing really hurting it there.
Valhalla will welcome you.
Valhalla's gonna welcome you. It's a mud I played a long time ago. Well, we got a lot of EP for that. So it looks like this is supposed to be a high-end enemy. Okay, I can accept that. Alright, I'm gonna call it a video here. When we come back next time, guys, we will continue to explore the mystery of the desert. See you guys then.